I think you've all heard of sine and cos and tan, right? You maybe haven't known what that means. If you look on your calculators, there is a sine button. It's spelled sin, but we call it sine. There's a cos button and there's a tan button. Okay, so we are going to work with these buttons this year, finally. Basically, what sine and cos and tan represent are relationships between sides of triangles. It's called trig ratios. Now, guys, a ratio can be written as 1 to 3, but it can also be written as a fraction, right? 1 over 3. Okay, so for the trig ratios, we are going to be working with fractions, and these fractions are representing relationships between sides of a triangle. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we are going to draw one big right angle triangle, and then I'm going to teach you what the 6 trig ratios are. And that's all we're doing today. Okay, so let's draw our right angle triangle. Please use a ruler, guys. Okay, so guys, this triangle has 3 sides, right? As does every triangle. What are the names of these 3 sides? What is the name of this side?
AB.
AB, right? That side is BC, and this side is AC. We can also give them different names. We can call the side that is opposite angle A, we can call that small a, lowercase a. The side that is opposite angle B, we can call small b, lowercase b. I'm just showing you this notation because they often use it in the textbook and I don't want it to just kind of come out of the blue. And the side opposite angle C, we can call small c, side C, lowercase c. Okay, now guys, the first trig ratio. Sine of angle A. Now guys, a trig ratio always goes along with an angle. It's always paired up with an angle. And I'll explain to you why that is just now. Sine is always, you need to remember this is like a formula that you need to memorize. Sine of an angle is always a fraction where you take the opposite side over the hypotenuse. Okay, that's a formula that you must memorize. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So guys, they can't just say sine. They have to say sine of an angle, because if I'm looking at angle A, what side is opposite angle A? What's the name of the side opposite that angle? Small a, hey? Or BC. But then if I'm looking at angle C, what is the side opposite this angle? AB or small c. So guys, that's why you have to have an angle after sine. All right, the angle that they're telling you here, that is the angle that you are going to look for, the side opposite that one. Okay, so again, what is the side opposite angle A? So we're looking at angle A. That side is small a or BC. Okay, so we're going to put in our fraction BC over. Now, the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, that is always the side that is opposite the right angle. So, AC. Guys, for now, I'm not using any values. I'm not using any numbers, nothing. We're just looking at what each of the ratios mean and how we find them on a triangle. Okay, so we are going to do calculations still with this. For today, we're just introducing it. Okay. Let's quickly find sine of angle C. So now that means that I'm looking at angle C, which is this one over here. Sine is always opposite over hypotenuse. That never changes, guys. That is a constant. Okay, it's always opposite over hypotenuse. Which side is now opposite angle C? AB. So that is going to go at the top of my fraction. Opposite is AB. And hypotenuse, does the hypotenuse change based on which angle I look at? No, the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle. So the hypotenuse is going to be AC again. Let's maybe just add a little note here. Hypotenuse always opposite right angle. Okay, that's the first one, sine. The second trig ratio is cos. Now cos, guys, the formula for cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. What does the word adjacent mean? Next to. So for this one, the side that we're going to put at the top of the fraction is always the side that is next to the angle. Right? But not the side that's the hypotenuse, guys. The hypotenuse is just hypotenuse. Okay, it's not anything else. So we're going to look for the side that is next to angle A. I'll come back to this just now. I just want to look at the picture. Oh, we can actually see it. If we're looking at angle A, let me just quickly take away this dot. If we are looking at angle A, which side is next to angle A? This one here, AB. That one is opposite. That one is the hypotenuse. This one is the adjacent side. Okay, so at the top of this fraction, we're going to put AB. And at the bottom of the fraction, again, the hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle, AC. Okay, we're going to do the same thing now for cos of C. Cos again is adjacent over hypotenuse, but now we are looking at angle C. Now which side is next to angle C? BC. Okay, we're not going to say AC, guys. I do agree AC technically is next to that angle, but AC is the hypotenuse. Okay, so the other one, the one that's not the hypotenuse, BC. So BC over, again, the hypotenuse is AC. All right, are we fine with cos? So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, the third one is tan. Number 3, tan. Now guys, tan is a little bit different from the other two. The other two are both over the hypotenuse. Tan is the only one that doesn't use the hypotenuse at all. So tan is opposite over adjacent. All right, let's look at our picture. We are looking at angle A. Which side is opposite angle A? BC. And which side is next to angle A? AB. We're not using the hypotenuse at all. Okay, tan has nothing to do with hypotenuse. So again, opposite BC over adjacent AB. So BC over AB. Okay, I want you guys to do tan C on your own quickly. So you're going to look at angle C and you're going to identify the opposite side to that angle and then also the adjacent side. Right, guys, let's quickly look at C here. I'm looking at this angle. Opposite is that one, AB, and adjacent is this one, BC. Okay, so that is tan C. Now, guys, there is a little, I don't know, abbreviation kind of thing to remember these three formulas. It is SOHCAHTOA or SOHCAHTOA, if you want to say it like that, doesn't really matter. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. Right? You can use that just as a way of remembering the three formulas. All right, guys, I am actually not going to do the other three now. I do actually first want you to practice these three. The other three are just reciprocals of them. Do we know what reciprocal means? If you have a fraction, the reciprocal is where you just swap the fraction around. Okay, so it's basically the reciprocal of this one is going to be hypotenuse over opposite. But let's rather first just practice these three.